Hello, good morning everybody. What about the classes? Completed your works? Okay, let's start our today's session. Please open open your textbook. We can start the last way where we stopped. We discussed the reading about the boy. He completed many books. All of you have such experiences. If you can prepare small description about it. The review of the books you read. If you have such experiences, you can make a description or you can review about your read books. You can review about the books you read. Okay, we can start. When I did not feel like reading, I could look down through the banyan leaves at the world below at grandmother hanging up or taking down the washing, at the cook quarreling with a fruit vendor, or at grandfather grumbling at the hardy Indian marigolds which insisted on springing up all over his very English garden. Usually nothing very exciting happened while I was in the banyan tree. But on one particular afternoon, I had enough excitement to last me through the summer. All of you just gone through the paragraph again. After reading your session, I will explain it again. Now you write the new words and meanings. Don't forget that. Read the para? Okay, we can read and discuss. When I did not feel like reading, maybe the boy get bored and I could look down through the banyan leaves. I look down, what are the things happening there? My grandfather, grandmother, everyone is there. At the world below, at grandmother hanging up the clothes or taking down, hanging up or taking down the washing clothes, and these are the scenes the boy is watching from where upon the banyan tree. And the cook quarreling with the fruit vendor. For what? Quarreling with the fruit vendor to lowering the prices of the fruit. Or a grandfather. What was the grandfather doing? Grumbling at the hardy Indian marigolds. All of you are familiar with marigolds? I will show you the image after the session. The hardy Indian marigolds which insisted on springing up all over his very English garden. My grandfather set up or made an English garden. English garden is a natural one. It's an artificial setup. And what was done there? The marigold. Usually the grandfather talked with his favorite marigolds. Usually nothing very exciting happened while I was in the banyan tree. But on one particular afternoon, the afternoon was a speciality, was a hot summer season. Particular afternoon, I had enough excitement to last me through the summer. What was the excitement happened there? Sorry, the boy says nothing very exciting happened there. And the next para happened while I was in the banyan tree. But on one particular afternoon, I had enough excitement to last me through the summer. The specialities of the afternoon was too hot. Maybe he felt bored. And that was the time I saw a mongoose and a cobra fight to death in the garden, while I sat directly above them in the banyan tree. Now, who is mongoose and who is cobra? We are familiar with the mongoose and cobra. We'll show the images. Then, what's the speciality about these two? Usually we heard such stories, the enmity between the mongoose and cobra, when they met each other. Sure, no doubt, a fight will happen there. Such scenes we can see in here. That was the time I saw a mongoose and a cobra. They met each other and reached face to face while I sat directly above them in the banyan tree. I was there. The boy was upon the banyan tree. He was watching every scenes. He was watching everything, and the boy described what are the things he seen. The boy beautifully described everything here. We can read the next paragraph. It was an April afternoon, and the warm breezes of approaching summer had sent everyone, including grandfather, indoors. I was feeling drowsy myself and was wondering if I should go to the pond behind the house for a swim, when I saw a huge black cobra gliding out of a clump of the cactus and making for some cooler part of the garden. At the same time, a mongoose whom I had often seen emerged from the bushes and went straight for the cobra. That was an April afternoon. The paragraph begins like this. You just gone through the paragraph? It was an April afternoon. Okay, we can read. It was an April afternoon. What is the speciality of the April afternoon? Yeah, will be too hot. And the warm breezes of approaching summer had sent everyone, including grandfather, indoors. Especially in the hot season, no one liked to go to outside, especially afternoons. That is why the grandfather, the grandmother, everyone were inside of the house. I was feeling drowsy, became very bored myself, and was wondering if I should go to the pond behind the house and take a swim. When I saw at that time, I saw a huge black cobra gliding or creeping out of a clump of cactus, a group of cactus, and making for some cooler part of the garden. All of you are familiar with the cactus. That is a thorny plant. We'll show you the image. Thorny plant. The hot afternoon, the black cobra creeping or gliding out of a clump of cactus and making for some cooler part of the garden to get some cooling effect. The cobra was gliding and reached to the English garden. At the same time, a mongoose whom I had often seen emerged from the bushes. At that time, who reached there? A mongoose reached there, and whom I had often seen. The mongoose was a familiar one to the boy. Emerged from the bushes and went straight for the cobra. Now the cobra and the mongoose reached face to face. Sure, what will happen there? A fight should be there. In a clearing beneath the tree, in the bright sunshine, they came face to face. Who came face to face? The mongoose and the cobra reached face to face. They are ready for the attack now. Understand the little bit of the story? Okay, read it again and again. Sure, you can understand. After the session, let's see the picture. This is Indian marigold garden. I think all of you are familiar with this flower. Yes. Next is beautiful English garden. It is not a natural one, artificially made. Beautiful English garden pictures. See this? This is the picture of cactus. Usually we can see it in this dried area and in deserts. Okay, just copy down it. The first question. Have you ever seen a mongoose and a cobra? How are they look like? Prepare a small description. Prepare description about mongoose and cobra. The second question is, they came face to face. They came face to face. Can you imagine the fight? Can you imagine the fight between the cobra and the mongoose? Prepare a paragraph. Prepare the paragraph of the fight between the mongoose and the cobra. These are the two questions. Please write down it. Complete it today itself and be ready for tomorrow's class. Thank you.